All right, y'all. So Dwight Howard's wife, Amy Luciani, aka Amber Rose Howard, posted a video last night to Instagram that quickly went viral where she claims that CPS took his daughter and that he coached his son to lie during an investigation. Now, before we get into any of this, let me be clear. Concerns involving children should always be taken seriously. But the way this situation was taken to social media raises a completely different conversation about intent, credibility, and decision making. And this is the video here that you see on the screen. Posted this video saying CPS and police had been to the home multiple times over the course of the last several months and that his daughter was ultimately removed from the home. She also claims she caught him forcing his 12-year-old son to lie on her to protect him and says she even recorded it. Now, there is a video that I saw circulating on TikTok. I will probably insert a snippet of that clip here.
And I love you still. And it is no beef, David, okay? You don't have to hide from me and run from me. I miss Amber. I'm gonna be in this room in the corner. I'm not bothering you. You're innocent in this. But never forget, when you lie on people, David, you can get them killed, sent to prison or jail. You can. Yeah. So you must always tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Telling the truth about you lie, how you made them lie.
Amy also repeatedly says Dwight needs help and that people wouldn't listen because he has money and influence. Now let's get into this clip.
You know, I am so prideful and so private. It hurt me so bad to have to even protect myself in this type of way. But my marriage has landed me in a very dangerous position. My stepdaughter was just taken by CPS because of her father. CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self. Whatever he wanted me to say, whatever it was, and I'm thinking this is my husband. I had everybody around me saying, even after I tried to divorce him the first time, everybody around me said, you can't leave your husband this soon. You said through sickness, through health, through this, you said through good or bad. That's why I came back, but this is going way too far. But it's not even about me, it's about the kids. The stuff that I have to go through with the kids. I have to be witnesses too. I'm at the police at the house. They ask me questions. I don't know how do I lie for my husband. I've never been married before. I'm in love with my husband. I don't want him to get in trouble. So of course I'll be his alibi, but this is going way too far. And now I'm getting mixed all in this. I have been with this man for 14 months. I cannot ruin my entire life for something that this person is doing. I just cannot do it. And I tried to get so much help. I asked for counseling in our marriage. We went through 2 different counselors. When I say I love my husband, I don't want to leave my husband, but the positions he keeps putting me in, and it's all okay.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right here. All right, so here's the first issue. Because if someone is lying to CPS, the internet cannot fix that. CPS investigators, lawyers, and courts are the people who determine what actually happened. The internet can react, it can speculate, but it cannot investigate or resolve a child welfare case. So once something like this goes online, the way that she brought it to the internet, the focus usually shifts away from the issue and on to the credibility of the person speaking. Now, another thing that I noticed is that the video contains some very serious claims, but the details are extremely vague. We hear that CPS removed the daughter, but we don't hear the why she was removed. We hear that the son was coached to lie, but we don't hear what the lie was about. So when serious accusations are presented without clear details, people begin trying to fill in the blanks themselves. Now, Amy also says she's afraid of him and that he has money and influence. But if someone truly believes a powerful person could retaliate, social media is usually the last place they take their fight. Most people in that situation go through protected channels such as contacting law enforcement, lawyers, investigators, as well as documented reports, because those create protection and records. Going online escalates the conflict instead. This is where another layer comes in. Months ago, Amy posted a video giving women advice about being better wives, and women didn't take too kindly to what Amy said. Amy told women to shut up, pick their battles quietly, and not tell outsiders about marital problems.
I met the love of my life and I almost divorced his in 6 months, being real stupid and silly. Let's talk about the struggles of being a new young wife. First thing I can tell you as a new wife, I know this is gonna be a hard practice, but shut your mouth, shut up. Now I know some of y'all gonna say, oh, you gotta shut up because you married. What is he silencing you? No, sis, I'm not saying shut up. I'm saying pick your battles and sometimes pick them quietly. Understand?
She also says successful men just want peace at home.
Okay, now I heard y'all men, particularly black men, was sending my video to your woman talking about why you can't be submissive like her. Let me tell you why, bruh. To submit means to yield to a superior. Superior means high rank in quality. Remember the word quality. Women freely submit to men who date and love them with integrity. Sir, don't you know your woman is like a flower, and every time you cheat, beat, flirting with the girls at your job, doing the smallest of the biggest things to play with her mental, you are stripping all the color off of your flower.
Now, the reason people are revisiting that video is because the messaging then and the situation now look very different. And then there's also this relationship dynamic here that happens all the time. And she spoke about this in this video here, because sometimes people enter relationships with someone who already has complicated issues, thinking they can help fix or stabilize the situation. Maybe they see potential, maybe they see a good heart, maybe they see some other type of benefits, but relationships rarely work when one person becomes the manager of another adult's crisis. And something else the internet forgets sometimes is that people can experience completely different versions of the same person. One relationship might be toxic, another relationship might function better. That doesn't automatically mean someone is lying, but it also explains why people sometimes ignore warnings and believe their situation will be different. Now, Amy also described herself as being new to marriage and trying to protect her husband. She said in this clip how she loves her husband very much, therefore she is very conflicted regarding this situation. But Amy is about 32 or 33 years old. And being new to marriage doesn't mean being new to life. And once children are involved, the situation becomes bigger than just the marriage. And what we're really seeing here is a pattern that happens a lot when personal conflicts get taken to social media. The behavior is using social media as a grievance board. Then there are vague details, emotional delivery and ranting, and then seeking public empathy. And then the outcome is that the real issue gets buried and reputations get damaged. And if she ultimately decides to stay in the marriage, people will naturally ask another question. Why bring marital and household issues to the internet in the first place? Because once you open that door publicly, the situation stops being private and becomes a spectacle. Again, concerns involving children should always be taken seriously, but social media is rarely the place where those issues get resolved. What it usually does instead is turn serious matters into public debates. And that's exactly what we're seeing happen here. Now, I'm curious what you all think. Was this a cry for help or something that should have stayed within the legal process? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like this video, share this video, comment respectfully, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.